Across Wisconsin, communities are recognizing the need to deal effectively with hazardous waste materials. The cities, towns, and villages of Jefferson County have been leaders in this effort. In the past 20 years, the county has disposed of more than 1 million pounds of combined chemicals and drugs, as well as recycling 1 million pounds of electronics waste.
Jefferson County's been doing this project, the Clean Sweep programs, since 1992. Along with the monies we get from the landfill, this has helped promote this program here in Jefferson County, which is one of the prime counties in the state right now for the clean sweeps. Like I said before, I was very proud of the program, and I'm glad to be part of it.
We'll be referring to the county's website throughout this program. Once there, if you click on the Facebook icon, you'll like us. Going green is not only good for the environment, it also saves money and resources. Jefferson County is looking to the future and wants to build on its success and tradition by improving how it facilitates better collection of materials. To ensure continued success, we're asking everyone in the county to participate in this recycling disposal program, including homeowners, farmers, small businesses, schools, and local government organizations. Help us create a safer environment for our families.
You gain a lot of knowledge when you're on clean sweeps. Our strategic plan for Jefferson County has identified as one of the top items that the citizenry was looking for when the surveys were completed here. So it's really been beneficial.
There are many environmental benefits from recycling and proper disposal of hazardous materials. In the past, the majority of these materials were thrown away, ended up in landfills, or just dumped in fields or abandoned properties. Proper disposal of hazardous chemicals is easy in Jefferson County with our Clean Sweep program and permanent drug and electronics drop-off sites.
By having significant recycling, 40–50% of the waste stream going into recycling, you essentially double the lifespan of a landfill. And people don't like those landfills sited in their neighborhood, certainly. And so you can reduce the need for landfills by continuing recycling, by being careful to separate your recycling from your garbage and dispose of it properly.
Jefferson County has identified 3 types of materials that can readily be recycled or disposed of. We'll explain each material, where you can dispose of it, and what happens to it after you do. The first type is hazardous waste and chemicals. Whether you own a small business, a farm, or live in a home or apartment, chances are you have some hazardous materials or chemicals that you need to throw out. Small businesses, which are typically very small quantity generators, can also participate in the Clean Sweep one-day collection program. The types of materials and chemicals accepted are organized under garage and workshop, kitchen and bathroom, home and garden, and farm or agribusiness. For a complete listing, consult our website.
What would they be doing with these materials if this program wasn't in existence? Where would these paint cans end up? Where would these barrels be? What would the folks do with the medications that they're bringing in by the bag full? What would happen to those? And I'm pretty sure they'd end up probably in our sewers and probably on the roadside, or maybe just sitting in the back shed.
The county holds Clean Sweep events at different locations throughout the year. In spring at the Jefferson County Fair Park, in May at the Watertown Street Department Building, in September at the Fort Atkinson Public Works Department, and in fall at the Whitewater Public Works Complex.
Those all have BTUs, so it's all flammable material?
Households and farms pay a fee of $10 per vehicle, and registration is required. Businesses are charged based on weight, and registration is required 3 weeks prior to the collection event. What happens to all this hazardous waste and chemicals after you drop them off? After collection, some materials, such as mercury, waste oil, and batteries, are recycled. Disposal of hazardous chemicals has strict regulatory procedures that have to be carefully followed to assure safety and compliance with all federal and state regulations.
We support the program because we think it's a good deal for the environment. We think it's a good deal financially for us, and I like the idea of being able to every year keep up with my cleaning of whatever I find around the house and things like that, and dispose of it in a proper manner.
The second hazardous waste type is electronics. As our society progresses and new technologies emerge, we've seen an increased need to safely throw away old equipment and electronics. These components have potentially toxic substances such as lead, mercury, cadmium, and chromium. They may also contain other heavy metals, precious metals, and chemical flame retardants. Households, farms, and schools may drop off their unwanted electronics, and here again is a partial listing of what will be accepted. Please refer to the website for the complete list of acceptable materials and drop-off locations. If you're throwing out an old computer, please remove all confidential data before bringing it to a drop-off location. Although our electronics recycler shreds all hard drives through its contract with Jefferson County, it's still a good idea to erase personal data prior to recycling.
Sir, do you have any unwanted drugs today? Thank you very much.
The final type is unwanted drugs. This includes unused prescriptions, over-the-counter drugs, inhalers, vitamins, and veterinary pet medicines. Never flush or throw out old medications, since this type of disposal is harmful to the environment. The preferred method of disposal is to take these drugs to a clean sweep event or to one of the county's law enforcement locations. In Jefferson, at the county sheriff's jail lobby, and police departments in Watertown, Lake Mills, Fort Atkinson, and Whitewater. Exact locations can be found on our website. This applies to all residents of Jefferson County, including households, farmers, small businesses, group and assisted living homes, and hospice organizations. Drugs will be disposed of in accordance with all state and federal regulations and is done under law enforcement protection. Before bringing in any unwanted drugs, please cross out your name and the prescription number on the label, but leave the name of the drug on it and keep the medication in its original container. This will ensure your privacy. Full details regarding days and times can be found on the website. Sharps and needles, radioactive materials, oxygen tanks, medical equipment, or medical waste will not be accepted. Check with your local pharmacy, hospital, clinic, or local health department for sharps disposal locations near you. Helping protect our families, animals, and the environment is everyone's job in Jefferson County. We want to ensure that poisons and hazardous materials are handled and disposed of properly, so they don't impact our environment or adversely affect the health and welfare of our communities. The website is a valuable resource for you, with locations, descriptions, phone numbers, and more. If you can't find the answers there or need more information, please contact the Jefferson County Solid Waste and Air Quality Clean Sweep Program Assistant at the number on your screen.
Where would this stuff end up if we didn't have an essential program, a vital program like this going on?
You can do your part by dropping off hazardous waste and chemicals, old electronics, and unused or unwanted medications at our convenient locations. Being a responsible citizen will ensure a safer, healthier environment here in Jefferson County.
There's a lot of households in this country that they really don't know the proper way to dispose of things that are bad for the environment. So the educational part of this Clean Sweep program is really important, and I think they've done a pretty good job on that. And we have to keep that going. And from the consumer standpoint, for $10 to get rid of a few items every year just seems to me to be the right thing to do.